Okay, I've just set the Garmin to start recording, as this is an uncharted route from my point of view, and I don't think anyone else will have done the Garmin data on the entire route. I've done parts of this, so I'm in unknown territory, not completely unknown. What I say is, if I go like this, you'll better see. Now, I've been to the top of this mountain with a flag on it, and I've also been to the top of this mountain with a flag on it. But it's like a horseshoe shape. If I keep this over my shoulder now, it's like a horseshoe. And what you do, you go up to the top of that one, and then it goes into a very small, it looks like, this is what I haven't done. It goes into a small single trail, very narrow footpath, almost like a goat track, and goes right around the sort of the top of the valley, and what I would describe as like a horseshoe shape. And then it comes in a little bit lower than that peak, and you have to then turn left, go and hit that peak. Once you've done your celebrations on the summit, you'll then come back down the same way you went up for a short while, and then you'll come down, and you'll come down this mountain route here on this side. Now the time, it's about, I'm going to guess because I've just put the Garmin on, so I've got all the mapping data on there, not the time. I'm going to guess it's about 5:20 in the evening. It's a lovely evening here. Oh, by the way, I'm in Kalba. You might have seen my segwaying film I made, where I segwayed down on Kalba Horseshoe, down on the coastline. I had a lovely evening segwaying down there. So we're right by the Oman border here. There is a new road system. I'll put the directory, I'll put the location where it is in the description. But I'm in Kalba. It's in the Sharjah Emirate. It's in the Emirate of Sharjah. Really good quality trail, as you can see here. As I say, I've been to the top of both of these peaks, and the quality of the trail is fantastic. We actually say Sharjah quality in our conversations. All the way to the top, I'll let you know the connection bit. Now then, at 7:10 yesterday, it was dark. It wasn't getting dark, it was dark. And so I would say if I walked slowly and had lots of stops and relaxed, I would be coming down in darkness, which is breaking the rules, really. I don't want to be descending in darkness. In anticipation of issues, I've brought my what's this called? A torch. Dearie me, Alzheimer's. Yeah, I brought my torch with me, and I figure if it does take me longer, I mean, I don't really know how long it's going to take. I'd like to be back off the mountain by 7:10, which would be about an hour and 40, hour and 50 minutes. So I'm not going to mess around. I'm striding out now. I've already done 270 meters. The Garmin is saying, what are you doing? So, new route. I'll put all the information in the description. I'm not going to hang around. What else can I tell you about this? Oh, there's actually a dam area here, and there's always been water in here. We've been coming here for several years now, and I've never seen it dry. There's quite a lot of wildlife down there as well. You'll see a lot of birds, heron, ducks, geese. You'll see a lot of that. You'll also see the occasional fox up here, higher in the mountain. I've seen a fox up here. Plenty of potentially seeing snakes and scorpions, cynoagama, lizards. What else might we see? I don't think I've ever seen a donkey here. So, if I was going to the top of that mountain there, I'd be... what did I say we'd see? And there are quite a few goats up there. Oh, I wish... And there's an Indian roller. And two black and white birds. Minor birds. Oh, there's somebody above the goats as well. I bet they've got a brilliant view. Now, in Wales, if I whistle, the sheep think it's herding time. No. Right. You know what we say here in Kalba, if you've seen one goat, you've seen them all. I was seriously considering, you can see my face, I've had a shave today. I was considering reversing the route to go and see those goats. However, by the time I get there, the goats might be gone, one. And also two, I'm not sure where this trail meets that trail. I've been up that mountain and I didn't see any obvious intersect. So I'm certain if I go this way, it will be impossible for me not to see the intersect, if that makes sense. If I put the camera there, there's that lake I was on about. And there's plenty of ducks there. So if you bring some bread or some birdseed feeds, they will appreciate it for you. They will appreciate it. You might also, last little bit of information before I turn off, you might also, when you finish the walk, there's a dopey dog. And I don't mean dopey as in, he's just so fun. You might be a bit scared of him to start with, because he bounds up. There's an equestrian centre not too far away. I presume he's tied in there because he loves humans. And we always have cat food. I've got some in the bag here. I won't say a cat, but we always have cat food with us. And he will eat anything. So if you've got a little treat for him, he deserves it. And he does a lovely thing, goes sit on your feet so you can't go. He's a quality boy. So I don't mind seeing him. Okay, we got a bit of a Y junction here. That Y junction to the left goes back along the dam, and if you were just going to the top of this mountain back down, you could actually walk back along the dam. And in actual fact, if I was just looking to do this as quick as possible, not using the mountain trail that's been made for us, it would have been quicker for me to come along the dam. But that's not what this is all about. So I started on the trail and I'll finish on the trail. Also earlier, I've now been going 13 minutes. So about 5 minutes ago, there was another junction on the trail I didn't video, but it was obviously 90 degrees to the right and it was a much smaller trail. As far as I'm concerned, there'd be little chance of you kind of accidentally going up that trail. You'd stay on the main one and it looked just like this one. Okay, this here winds around to the right and eventually, I don't know if you can make it out, maybe just, because it's quite a significant wall up there. Yeah, up we go. I've been walking now just 36 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm at altitude 150 metres, starting more or less from sea level. Kalba is down on sea level. I would suggest I'm maybe 10 metres up. So maybe 140 altitude, height gained. Coming back to the camera now, purely because it's now 5 to 6. I've got an hour and 15 of daylight. And so once I get onto the single track across the top of the valley, I'm just going to concentrate and get a wiggle on. Now, I've not messed around at all coming up here. Let me put the camera in front and look at this odds law. I'm into a steep bit when I'm talking. Got an hour and 15. I've got to get to the top of that mountain there. But first of all, I go to the top of that one there. And I still want to keep looking at the view there. So what a quandary. Should I be descending in the dark? It's not the end of the world. I don't want to do it because, as I say, I'm breaking enough of the rules. Starting so late on a route. I've just had Perrier and dried mango. So talking on a steep bit, loads of gassy water in my tummy and a big chunk of dried sticky mango ready to be regurgitated at any time. I was feeling good about 5 minutes ago. Right, let's crack on up this mountain. The trail's in pretty good shape, and also there's no chance of getting lost on this, especially once you're up here on the mountain. There's one up, one down, same one up, same one down. Will I see any people? I'm sure I won't today. There are a few cars in the car park, but there was a few dusty sections at the bottom where the wind has blown, and there were definitely no footprints in that dust. So certainly on this side of the mountain, the first half of the horseshoe, as I'm walking round, I'm confident I won't see any human life. Okay, I have a bit of a Midas touch. Literally about a minute ago, I said the trails are in a pretty good state, but we've had a little rock fall here. You'd have to be very unlucky if hiking on a trail you got hit by a rock fall. However, never say never, and don't be complacent. And believe it or not, if you hear some rocks coming, I know it's going to sound absurd, but try and have a look to see what they're doing. The natural inclination is just to duck and cover, and what you're doing then is completely leaving it to luck, for want of a better word. Yeah, that reminds me of the Rudyard Kipling poem, If. And it says, if you can keep your head whilst all those around you are losing theirs. And it then goes on to say, then you'll be a man, my son. So if you can keep your head when something's happening, stay calm, be observant, think, look, listen, use all those senses. Instinct, sometimes you have to fight the instinct, but keep your head and you'll be surprised how many options you've got. Almost like an intervention program in sport. If this happens, then I'm going to do that. You see top sportsmen, this is my area of expertise, by the way. You see top sportsmen doing things that mere mortals consider out of this world, and yet to them it's almost like a closed skill, because they know what they're going to do if this situation happens. So it almost like becomes a closed skill. It doesn't make it any easier. It means that they just have to train and prepare for many eventualities. So it's really not the time to be talking about sports psychology. You might have noticed as well, I've taken the hat off, and you might have noticed I'm completely drenched. This is extremely steep here, by the way. This is, I don't know, what am I saying? 1 in 4, 1 in 3, something like that. Very steep. Yeah, if we went the other way around the horseshoe, we would, let me put this over my shoulder, it's lighter. If we went the other way around the horseshoe, would have been in the shade more or less all of the hike. But I deliberately came this way knowing I'd be in the sun for the first at least half an hour. But I had a hat on. You can leave your hat on. The good thing about these steep bits, you don't half gain height quickly. Let's have a look what we're at. Pulse 149, now 200 metres. So quickly gained 50 metres from the last watch look. I can see across to the second peak, which looks a long way away, if I'm being honest. There it is. There's nobody up there. You can often see the silhouette. There's the summit of the first peak, and I can actually see the trail vaguely around the top of the horseshoe. Oh, this is well well appreciated. This little bit of flat. Amazing rocks here up on the right side as we're ascending. Absolutely amazing. Big steps, really creative hiking trail design this. They could easily have missed those rocks. Even the view out to my left down Kalba Horseshoe, Oman. Wonderful, wonderful. This is a fantastic hiking trail. Well done, Sharjah and all that team. I'm going to do a film as well. I know the Sharjah, I'm going to call them Sharjah Adventures, Sharjah outdoor activity, access to the mountains, hiking trail, adventurous activities. I know their government team. I know Sultan and Abdul Rahman. We'll definitely have a little chat with them. We'll definitely have a little chat with them and maybe join one of their crews. They have all sorts of initiatives, trail building initiatives. They've got a few sets of labourers who are absolute Trojans. But they also do, I think, community trail building sessions as well. So I'll see if I can find something out about that. And if you have one of those masochistic tendencies running through your body, I dare you to have a go at building one of these trails. One thing's for sure, you will definitely lose some weight, but you'll lose it in a way that you know will be benefiting others. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a yes, yes, yes. People find reasons to say no. I find reasons to say yes. A bit like today. I was really considering, my meeting ran over before. I got 9 jobs, by the way. 9 jobs. Who would have thought it? And a meeting ran over. And that's the reason I started a bit later. And I could easily, I've got a lovely reclining, stressless sofa. I could easily put my feet up on that, cracked open a cold one, and I don't know, closed my eyes and gone to sleep. Also, whilst we're still recording, this road in front, I think you'll just about see it. That's new, and there's a big reservoir to this side of it with plenty of water in there. We'll see it as we go down a bit. Let's just get to the summit first. 223 metres. Normally there'd be elation as I reach the top, but in this instance I've got little or no time. Suddenly it still looks a bit daunting, if I'm being honest. I'll put this over my shoulder. Looks a bit daunting. Sun is getting ready to set. UAE flag. Legs have just suddenly gone tired, a bit loose. Yeah, the thing is we descend quite a long way. That's my issue. I thought we kind of went round almost on a flat plateau, but we don't. We're descending, I don't know, 150 metres down there. That suddenly changes things significantly. But let's be honest, let's have a look now. Although the sun's setting, at 7:10 yesterday it was. 6:12, I've got 58 minutes. As long as I get there in 58 minutes, I can get down. Right, let's turn the camera off. What are you doing? Making me chat. This is not at all what I thought. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. What I'm doing now, I really am breaking the rules, but not in the entrepreneurship kind of style of of upsetting the market, mixing it up a bit. My watch is going crazy as well. Squash players saying, do you want a game? The answer is certainly no, thank you. Yeah. Now, I just assumed I was going to descend a little bit and get onto a small, what we call a single trail in mountain biking. But this is taking me a long way down. I'm pleased in a way because it's letting me see this reservoir, which you'll see on the next switchback hairpin. So now you'll see that lake I was talking about. It's the dam, and it looks like they've marked out a white line all the way around it. So I would assume that is going to be some sort of walkway or a road around, and they must have, clearly, after all the rains that they had last month, they must have a good idea how much water it can hold. Maybe there's a really effective sluice, and they can control that water level. But it looks like they're doing something quite significant. Where that road goes to, I'll be honest, I don't know. It looks like it's probably going to go through the mountains up towards Hatta, Oman, that sort of way. Maybe a quick connection route to Dubai South. I don't know, I will check the map though and have a look. Maybe put the camera on the Explorer Mobile on the truck. So yeah, now I've got 6:21. I've got 49 minutes until 7:10 when it's dark. So as they said, Mr. Wolf in Pulp Fiction, if I'm curt with you, if you know the film, I don't need to carry on. Right, I'll turn this camera off. Peace out, everybody. Wow, we're actually 180 degrees walking in the wrong direction of where I need to be. In about 5 or 10 minutes, I might use discretion unless I see some sort of real positive tracking back on myself, getting along that ridge. I may well be walking back the way I came. Hey! Hello! Salam alaikum. Oh, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Tired.
Yeah. How you doing?
Man, this is a long route, isn't it?
Yeah, if you're going this way, you will not make it now in daytime.
How much longer? I know it gets dark at 7:10.
This way, I guess you will be there for 7:30 or something.
To the top or to the bottom?
To the bottom.
Right. I have a torch to go down the mountain, and the trail itself down the mountain. As long as I'm on the trail,
yeah,
that's safe.
Okay.
This is the dangerous bit, though, isn't it?
Yes, I'll give you advice.
Oh, any advice?
Try to finish this now.
Yeah.
In the daytime, because it's
Oh yeah.
dangerous.
No, I see it now. I've got a camera.
Yeah.
Say hello.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I've just said about 5 minutes ago, I said I have 50 minutes to get to the crossroads here. Otherwise, I'll be telephoning 999.
Do it now. Try to finish it now.
Brother,
See you then.
take care.
See you
Take
then.
care. What a lovely guy. I should have asked his name. But he's just giving me some sound advice. I mean, I knew this was going to be tough, but suddenly I've just thrown this in. And he looked particularly fit, didn't he? He looked particularly fit. So, let's not mess around now. I mean, this is extraordinary. If I had another hour to do the whole walk, what a walk. I've got the Garmin on it. I've been an hour and 15 so far. Yeah, this is, as I said on the way up, always going to be the issue, the unknown. But what a trail! What a trail! When you know they put barriers up, you know it's dangerous. Never been here before, telling you now. Wow. Okay, now then, so suddenly this has got a bit of added spice to it. This, what was just going to be a nice, pleasant, put it on the Garmin, start and finish, 1.5 hours, 2 hours max. Tell you guys, I know 2 to 3 hours, because I've not hung around, believe you me. I am sodden. It's pulling my trousers down. They're so soaking wet. But seeing that fellow explorer and him saying, I think his words were impossible. Who's that? I don't know who that is. I put this over my shoulder. I can see the flag that just doesn't seem to be getting any closer. But I love it. Come on. Now, just over that mountain where we saw the rail, the guardrail, there, after that, I'll say there was about 100 big steps in the mountain. And awesome. If it wasn't for the pressure that I've mentioned a couple of times now, I would be absolutely relaxed and loving this trail. Now, complacency is a terrible thing. Second you become complacent, something goes wrong. But that trail ahead of me looks fairly flat. I certainly don't want to say I've broken the back of this top end of the horseshoe, because those words could easily come back and bite me. But I think it looks fairly flat. Will I have time to go to the top? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Awesome. I mean, this is epic. This is an epic hike. That's what it is. If you're in Dubai, you're thinking, what on earth can I do? I'm bored. Dubai Mall is calling, but I'm not listening. Oh yeah, I know, we can go up the Burj Khalifa. I've been up there 4 times already. Well, there's nothing else to do. What else is there that might be teasing you in Dubai? Maybe there's a brunch, and the thought of that doesn't really excite you, because to be honest, they're all much the same. However, look what you've got here. Look what you've got here. Get a couple of friends together, go to Colombia, sun, sea and sand, buy yourself a rucksack, Adidas shop, get some Terex trainers, or use the equipment you've already got if it's good enough and it's fit for purpose. Plenty of water, plenty of food, plenty of time. Guarantee it. There you go, money back guarantee. If you don't enjoy it, and you are the sort of person that would enjoy this, if you don't enjoy it, I will offer you a money back guarantee on this one, because it's that epic. All right. It's not often you get a deal like that. As I say, right from the outset, there was the potential for this. Could I have gone any faster, any harder? Minutes, that's all. Certainly not 15, 20, 30 minutes more to make it comfortable. It's not just a case of getting around before the light fails. 7:05 now. I mean, I could definitely do it without the torch, but the torch just lets you relax. I bought this torch myself, wasn't given it, got absolutely no invested reason to say. Exposure, I'll shine it at you even. Exposure, as far as I'm concerned, make the best lights. I'm too tired to tell you why. They're just really good. Look at that big, that was a scorpion. I think that was a scorpion. If you go down to the woods today, you're in for a big surprise. If you go to Kalba today, you might be in for a big surprise. So, I've been going more than an hour and 3/4, 100% drenched from my own sweat. No idea of the stats on the Garmin. I can have a look though, because I'm relaxed now. So an hour and 46 walking. I've not stopped more than 5 minutes. My pulse is at its lowest now for some time. 136. I would class this as officially as late as you want to be on the mountain. So we're saying yesterday was 7:10. 7 o'clock today, tomorrow 5 to 7. Days are getting shorter and shorter. Who is this hike for? Well, not for everybody. That's the truth. So you've got some very, very steep, dangerous bits on the horseshoe. Hands on knees, knees by your elbows, knees by your ears in one or two places. Literally, those big steps. No mistakes allowed up there at all. No get out of jail free card. So, confident walkers. What I would suggest you do, if you live local enough, and as I say, it's really not that far from Dubai or Sharjah or Ajman or Marquain. Rak's a bit more of a journey. We're probably looking at 2 hours, as is probably the north of Abu Dhabi. I would say maybe just a bit over 2 hours, 2.5 hours to here if you can go through that tunnel. But it's a tough one, absolute tough one. I'm going to come back. Best time of day to do it? Well, I think I did it at the right time of day, i.e. the afternoon, because of the shade. I just had that conference call, and I'll apologise to all my teammates. Normally you get some long-winded answer to a question that you ask me, and it leaves many more questions unanswered once I've answered the question, and people are left scratching their heads saying, what on earth did you really mean? But today it was very much a yes, no, yes, I agree, okay, halas, let's go, yalla. And I just couldn't get away. So yeah, if I'd started this walk, let's say 4 o'clock, and now I know the route, come up this side in the shade and go the way that guy went, which is clearly the way round if you know the route. If you don't, well, I think I stand by my initial decision. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. Monday morning quarterbacks, it's easy to say what was wrong once the event was over. What is that? What is that? You know Cloverfield, the film, where you first see those sort of, I call them spiders. That was like Cloverfield there. Now I wonder, I mean, I've actually been down here a lot of times now, although it's dark. It's actually dusk really now, probably just gone dusk. Now I've actually ridden up here on a mountain bike. I've had to push a couple of times and had a wonderful descent coming down. So I know that this trail is big, big, big all the way. I'm going to go around the outside of it. All these bends just lessens the angle. Takes a bit of pressure off my knees. So I know you're all watching the computer screen now, worried for my safety. But unless there's some sort of ghost or I don't know what is there, the Bigfoot up here, the Sasquatch. We haven't seen him in the Himalayas or in North America for a long time. Maybe he's come to the Middle East, to the Hajar Mountains. That's why he's not been spotted. That'll be the squash players, so please, come on. And yeah, unless something really untoward happens, I'm confident now coming down. I wonder if that man will be waiting for me. I'm sure he will. I'm going to say now, I bet he can. I bet he is. But I reckon he'll walk along the reservoir, which cuts off a good, I'm going to say 10 minutes of the route home. And I wouldn't blame him for that either. Okay, there's a bird's nest up there. There'll be some birds in there, sound asleep now, little eyes closed. having little dreams about eating worms and having boyfriends and girlfriends and making eggs and things like that. Yeah, I've put the camera on really to say my goodbyes. Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything stupid. But it's getting extremely dark now. Very confident of coming down here. But I'm tired. Ankles hurt, feet hurt. I'm not going to stop. I've got a bit more water, but I'm not going to stop now. I know exactly where I am. I'd say I've got about 10 more minutes of climbing, of walking down. As I say, this light is extraordinary for something that's so small in my hand. Let me go like that, see if you can see me. Yeah, I've now been gone over 2 hours walking. As I say, I've not sat down for more than 7 or 8 minutes. Pulse is nicely relaxed now. I've been walking downhill for the last sort of, I'd say 10, 15 minutes. Flat or downhill, it's lovely. Completely, 100%. Well, I was 100% sodden before, but now kind of my feet are squelching inside. These Gore-Tex trainers are doing a good job now. They're letting nothing out. Gore-Tex is wonderful fabric. I'll tell you about it another day. But sweat is different to water. So if you've got a Gore-Tex jacket or Gore-Tex pair of trainers or something like that, they're waterproof because water droplets are quite big. Sweat droplets are much smaller. And so it's quite easy to make a weave that lets the sweat out, evaporate, and the water in. Sorry, that's completely wrong. That lets the sweat out from inside through the fabric and stops the water coming in from the outside in. So that's like Gore-Tex. And there's a few sort of branded names of waterproof material like that. But now my feet are absolutely sodden. And there's a big difference between evaporating sweat and torrential sweat torrents pouring down my legs. I was just going to say something very interesting then. Completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I was going to say, you do a little test now. Go and run a distance that means that you're going to sweat. It's going to take some time, isn't it? It's going to take you 800 metres. Mo Farah sweats profusely in 5,000, 10,000 metres. I sweat sometimes just walking up a flight of stairs depending on the temperature. All right, so go and sweat in a t-shirt. Go and get another t-shirt of the same material and run it under the cold tap so it feels as wet as the sodden t-shirt. Hang them both on the same air, same conditions, same everything, and you see how much quicker the sweaty shirt dries than the wet water shirt. Come on, no need to be talking about this. Okay, 2:05, that's 2 hours and 5 minutes. I could see, no I can't. Oh, I turned this camera on to say my goodbyes, didn't I? Got in suddenly into another teacher mode. Yeah, awesome route. I was very close to danger, that's what I'd say. Nothing's gone wrong. And so that would have been the thing that started it. But if I'd had an issue up there, you can't see anything, but over there, whoops, just fell in a hole. If I had an issue over there, I would have been in trouble. Absolutely no question or doubt. I know those cones there, those are reflective cones, and I've often wondered why someone has left them there on the side of such a beautiful mountain trail, but now they're acting like beacons to me. Come, we'll guide you home safely. Listen, I'm going to say my goodbyes now because once I get down to the car, I've a mind that I won't be much for talking. Thanks for coming on this epic walk, even though we haven't seen the last half an hour of it. Epic walk, that's what I'm going to call it. It is the Kalba Horseshoe. I'll put the stats in the description once I download the Garmin data. Hey everybody, see you soon. The English Explorer. Right, I'm back. Who's here? There's me. Anyone else? That's a bin. Hey! Wow! Awesome.
Did you meet another guy there?
No?
He's wearing black.
No?
Total guy, I guess you don't have light or something.
Oh, no. Where?
He follow you there.
No, 100, and I went
I
fast.
told him to go, but I told him to come back.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was the right advice. Behind me, I would have said no.
He refused to come back. Don't know what happened to him.
Do you think he has a whistle or a...
No. We have nothing, I guess.
Hello?
I was waiting. I said maybe he follow you.
No. I'll drive to the end of the dam. I'll drive down there,
Yeah.
and I'll wait down there.
I don't think he will come back from this way.
Oh, he's a long... I came back fast. I know this route. I've come down here on mountain bike. I nearly ran, to be honest.
Yeah. Ah, really?
Yeah. Oh, I'm genuinely worried for him.
Me too. That's why I'm here. I'm just waiting. I know what happened to him.
He's certainly not 5 minutes behind me, 10 minutes, because I would have heard him. He would have shouted, surely.
Should we leave?
No. Well, I'll wait. Are you busy?
Have a little bit something.
What's your telephone number?
050.
Hang on, let me... What's your name?
Ibrahim. Are you sure?
Ibrahim. I'm Dave, or the English explorer. Let me phone you, Ibrahim. Go on. It's like a gold number. Ibrahim. I remember that. Right, Ibrahim, I'll wait here. He has to come here. I'll wait like half an hour, 1 hour. If not, I'll phone you, and then you phone the police.
Yeah, I will.
And then tell them.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah?
Thank you for that.
All right, Ibrahim.
See you around.
Do you walk here a lot?
That's my second time.
Where are you from?
Kalba.
Kalba.
Yeah, nearby.
Okay.
Maybe 10 minutes to my house.
Oh, wonderful. I'm Fujairah, but I make films about... If you know any amazing trails, we can talk and have a coffee one day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you go to a tennis club or somewhere?
Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll meet you there.
Do you go to the tennis club?
Yeah, sometimes.
I recognise you now. I recognise you. Oh, Ibrahim, what a brilliant idea. Okay, listen, I'll wait here for 30 minutes and I'll phone you, and then you can explain to the police or the...
I will. Thank you, Dave.
All right, no worries, Ibrahim. You take care, brother. Take care. Aye, for sure. Oh, what a small world. I do recognise Ibrahim. What a small world. So, we have a potential situation here. Hey, sweetie. Hey. Yeah, I'm down off the mountain, but we haven't got an issue here. Hopefully it's nothing at all. But I was speaking to an Emirati guy who actually is a member of the tennis club, Ibrahim, and I saw him on the big route, and we discussed a couple of things. So he knows the route, I know the route. We went different ways. But he just said to me, here, I'm down where we met the dog. I'm in the car. I'm safe. But he said, did you see another man on the route? I said, no, absolutely not. And I came down fast. I wasn't messing around. So, and it's pitch dark up here. So what I've said is I'm going to wait another half an hour. I'm 100% safe. I'm going to wait another half an hour here. And then if this man doesn't come back to his car within half an hour, I'm going to phone him and he's going to then phone the police. All right. So yeah, I'm nice and safe in the car, air conditioning on, but just waiting for this man. I'll keep you informed, sweet. All right. I've got battery and a charger in the car. So what eventually happened was, about 25 minutes later, I re-walked up the lower part of the trail in an attempt to locate the hiker. I used my voice shouting, a whistle every now and again, and of course I had my super torch. Maybe about 10 minutes later, I heard the voice of the hiker coming down in the pitch dark. He was descending very slowly and also without a torch. Luckily he was well, he was extremely tired and hungry, but okay. We walked back to the car together and he was then able to safely drive himself home. The battery on my camera had long since died, and I'm not sure I would have filmed the situation anyway. And also maybe the hiker wouldn't have wanted it recorded anyway.
I felt he was a little bit embarrassed at the situation he had put himself in, and upon sensing this and realising he was fine, I didn't dwell on this situation. I knew he'd learnt his lesson, and he'd learnt it the hard way. I phoned Ibrahim and updated him on the situation. And just to reconfirm, please watch my short video on trekking and mountain tips, tricks and advice. Give yourself plenty of time, have water, the correct equipment, and most importantly, tell someone where you're hiking and what time you're due back. Give yourself 3 hours to complete the epic Kalba Horseshoe and do it in the light. It's so much better. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel and give this video a bit of a like. Get ready for much more content coming from me, the English Explorer. See you all soon.